Will we just do it for old time's sake? Taper's crazy? Will we be like, welcome to the next game that we're going to be playing. What will it be? Will it be the Wii U transfer tool? Will it be... I don't think I've even ever opened this once in my life, so actually I kind of feel like opening it. I don't think I've ever opened this app, this like Wii channel. Does the Wii message board even still have a server? Oh god. What the hell? What 5 photos are going to be on here? We're actually literally going back in time to 2010. To this family photo of Luigi and Rosalina. We're like, what the hell? Apparently in 2012, I got 100%. Oh, that was the LP. Of course I got... Yeah, of course. This really is the good old days stream, isn't it? Why do I have so many of this picture? I have this picture 3 times in 2 different years. Okay, now we will return to the photo channel menu. Well, that's enough of the bait and switch. Now let's get back to Double Dash. I thought that was going to turn into some sort of creepypasta or something like that, was the impression I was getting. You know those stories, they like it has such creepypasta material. Overzealous. Austin, my man, how are you doing today? It's great to see you. Welcome to the next guest of honor. Everyone is the guest of honor today. That has such creepypasta potential. I was at a flea market and they had a Wii there and I felt I wanted to relive my childhood. So I will do 150cc. I'm so out of practice. I felt I wanted to relive my childhood, so I bought it. It was only $3. So what the weird thing is, when I opened it up, it automatically opened the photo channel. And there was a photo of me on there from before I even bought it, or something like that. Who are we going to play as, everybody? Have you convinced me not to play as Toadette and King Boo yet? Do you really want me to play as the babies? Babies? Babies, 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 babies. You really want the babies, right? Baby Ouija time. Ha! I know that. I technically ignored a work meeting yesterday evening while I was watching the the Nintendo E3. That's a good idea. We'll go with baby... So we won't go with Baby Mario and Yoshi. We'll go with Baby Luigi and Birdo. And what car are we going to go in? We'll go with Waluigi's car. Like they borrowed it. Which cup do you want? Will we just do the all-cup tour and then we'll get a bit of everyone? It totally is the alternate timeline. Instead of Yoshi and Mario, it's Birdo and Luigi. They just got there faster because they borrowed Waluigi's car. Fuck that relay shit. They're just like, here, can I take your car? And drive there? That's why they didn't make a game out of it. I feel like doing the Star Cup. I'll tell you right now. So who's playing bookmaker? Who's taking the bets and giving the odds? I'm just realizing as well right now that playing like a racing game is probably like the worst one that you could possibly play when trying to do this, because there's like no breathing space whatsoever to look down at what's happening in the chat. I'm glad to know that that there are so many of you there who will have me as the as some sort of piece of evidence in your HR disciplinary meeting or something like that. It really warms the bottom of my heart to know that I'll be mentioned in such auspicious circumstances as one of you being fired. What? The nuclear plant melted down and it was because you were in his stream? So... That's what I'm picturing right now. Then just show them. They'll understand. Shortcut time. We've got to take all the shortcuts we can get to get out of 7th place. I literally think I haven't played this since I did the little LP of it also, by the way. Not to make excuses, but yes, to make excuses. I never noticed that snowman there doing like the shuka shuka boom bassa boom. Well, you might call it 8th place. Yeah, you might call it 8th place. I'd prefer that than calling it last place. We even got beaten by... Well, there's the alternate timeline for you. That's the real alternate timeline. Yoshi and Donkey Kong. See, I told you. Boo and Toad came in first. If I was Boo and Toadette, I would have won. 100%. As usual, it's all your fault, Amanda. Some things never change, right? Why break the habit of a lifetime? There we go. Bowser? You and your honey-baked ham hands better stay out of here. I think that was like a J.R. Jim Ross quote originally with the honey-baked hands. I think there's like some wrestling game I had at one point where he describes the Big Show as having hands like honey-baked hams in his Oklahoma drawl or twang or whatever you refer to an Oklahoma accent as. So yeah, one of the best J.R. quotes of all time. The Big Show has hands like honey-baked hams! Another classic J.R. Jim Ross quote. I've been all over up and down the state of Oklahoma, and I ain't never seen nothing like gold dust. Which, you know what? He's probably right. I don't think Oklahoma is the only place that has nobody like gold dust. Highlights of Amanda's Paper Mario LP? This just shows an elephant never forgets, right? highlights of Amanda's Paper Mario LP are all to be seen in that first video, and that is Bowser's hands and Butch Peach, who just has like a deep voice. She doesn't even have like Butch Peach isn't even the right word for it, because she doesn't just have a butch voice. She has like a voice like maybe an enormous tortoise might have. Oh yeah, I love books. I still say that one sometimes. I swear half my commentary is still from 10 years ago. I love books. Can we finish in not 8th this time? Legit though, Amanda, like one of my favorite videos of all time. I'm just gonna say it. One of my favorite videos of all time is the video from your Sonic Heroes run where your team fights my team. It's an amazing watch. If anybody wants to see one of the greatest videos ever made, you watch Amanda's video on Butt Vault of her as Team Rose fighting me as Team Chaotix. She's not even fighting me, she's fighting my team. I'm not even there. But if you want to see one of the greatest videos of all time, that's it. Like, beyond a shadow of a doubt. You do have to go back and look. It's just even... It's making me laugh now even thinking of it. Fury, you mean you didn't know that already? Sometimes I say to myself, it's not always Amanda's fault. I'm gonna correct you on that one. It's not always her fault. It's just that it's never my fault. I feel like I'm getting punished now for like saying that. You know it's bad when they give you the lightning bolt. When you get the lightning bolt, you know that it's bad. Seeing as we're dealing in like good old quotes, what about I thought you were calling me Wazza. Another blast from the past. 2 blue shells. I must be in bad shape. I thought you were calling me Wazza. They're giving me all the pity items. And I still can't win. I'll embrace the pity. I'll take whatever I can get. For those of you who don't know, this is the alternate timeline. This is Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island, but it's showing Luigi, baby Luigi and Birdo's side of things. Where instead of actually like competing against baby Bowser's minions, they're just racing the other Mario characters. They have a far more A far more light-hearted affair altogether. Well, 6th is an improvement. Thank you. I agree. 6th is an improvement. Birdo, don't cry. Just win the next time. It's the sliding doors of the Mario world. And Birdo is Gwyneth Paltrow. Is what it is. DK Mountain. Birdo's Byland. What's next? Boshi's Bowland? That is my coaching strategy. You can never have enough big white belts, Helga. Remember that. This is the one where I win. I can feel it. I just need to get out of, like, Wario. Is that Wario and Baby Mario in a Cadillac? Now that's the alternate timeline we want to see. Saved. Well, geez, if we use up all the good old days quotes from back in the good old days tonight, what'll we say the next night? Just have to say them all over again, right? If Wario adopted Baby Mario, it should be for the cash. You know, like that movie Annie? That should be Wario. Although I must say, Wario's cowboy attire, like his I'm a rich golfing cowboy attire from the new Mario Golf game that's coming out, it suits him. He looks sharp. Telling you, my luck is gonna change. The discount version of The Mandalorian. The Mandalorian is one of those things that I just haven't watched. I just haven't seen any of it. I'm like the worst person ever to watch series because I have like such like a poor. I have like prohibitively like unrealistic high expectations, and then I also have a prohibitively poor attention span. So trying to get me to watch an entire series of something, good luck. There we go, second. Redemption. It's the redemption story. I'm telling you, I should have gone with King Boo and Toadette. Then we would have seen some real change around here. I don't even get to be in the parade now. I hope you're happy. They don't even let me see the parade. If you don't win, they don't even let you watch. They just say try for a trophy. They just say I can just see Birdo standing outside, cradling baby Luigi, saying, but we just want to watch. We just want to watch. Now try for a trophy. If you can, idiot. So we're gonna go for another race. Who are we this time? Shout characters. And not babies. No boss babies here. No, Orewa boss. Not allowed. Peach and Daisy. Waluigi, Peach and Daisy, Peachy. And Koopa Kid. I'm kind of feeling like Peachy and Daisy. Peachy Piranha and Daisy. I'm feeling. Peachy Piranha and Daisy. In the Cadillac. They're heading to Vegas. We'll do the Special Cup. Special Cup for Special Peachy and Special Daisy. Look out, here comes Audrey too. Yeah, woohoo is right. But whatever you do, just don't feed the plants. I like to think that Peachy is her chauffeur. To be honest. It's... Get this, everybody. It's driving Miss Daisy. She's like, Peachy, I feel like going to Vegas today. Pull the Cadillac round front. And Peachy's like... Peachy's the bodyguard? I can see that as well. Oh, well, now Daisy's driving. We can't have that. Don't you dare call Peachy Piranha's anatomical composition into question. The real questions about the real Peachy. Peachy Piranha is going to end up on in the Dr. Phil house. Sorry, but how crazy is it that there's such a thing as the Dr. Phil house? For those of you who don't know what the Dr. Phil house is, they used to, like, randomly, every now and then, do this, like, series of programs where they'd get people who were bound not to agree with each other, so bound to cause, like, consternation, and they'd put them living in a house with each other. And it's like, I have to question the psychological, or the psychiatrical ethics of that decision. Financial? Sure. It's like you're just giving yourself more work, Dr. Phil. We were getting better there for a while. Where's Seymour when you need him most? He's at home, washing his tights. Final Fantasy X Seymour? Lord Seymour, leader of the Guado. It is sick. He does that shit on TV. Oh well, it's getting better. Slightly better. It's getting better. Growing stronger. Weird and wilder. Getting better every day. Better every day. Sorry, I'm trying to, like, read the discourse on Dr. Phil that's going on here in the chat. Does he not even have a degree anymore? Is he after being not stricken from the records? Is he after being, like, disbarred or whatever the equivalent is? Divested or defrocked or whatever? I think, like, losing this race is worth reading this fascinating discourse on Dr. Phil that's going on in the chat here. There's a dynamo more than a road. There's one there. Does he seriously not have a license? So he just has, like, the PhD, so he calls himself Dr. Phil, right? So he just has the... So he's legitimate a doctor, but isn't, like, permitted to practice. So he's not permitted to practice, but he's on, like, syndicated international TV. It's a weird world we're living in. He's Dr. Phil, alright. He's like, but he's like imposter Dr. Phil. He's like imposter Professor Oak. Doctorate Phil? I feel like I need to get him to come on my show and perform some incisive journalism on him. Give him a taste of his own money. A taste of his own money? A taste of his own medicine? He probably tastes his own money fine. Dr. Phil, he probably, like, rolls around in his money. That's what he does. You know the way they always show him and his wife walking away after the show? What they don't tell anybody is that he goes home to just roll in a load of money like Scrooge McDuck, like dive into it or something. Well, we're giving Dr. Phil a hard time, but Dr. Fraser Crane isn't a real psychiatrist either. I think I'd almost probably take more advice from Dr. Fraser Crane than I would from Dr. Phil. Just not dating advice. I'm gonna send Dr. Phil a tweet. I'm gonna do it right now. Keep an eye out for it. He totally has a... Yeah. Hey, do you want to be a guest on my show, we can get to the real truth. Telling you, one whiskey and ginger ale and the gloves are off. I'm poking the bear. I'm poking the bear, and Dr. Phil is the bear. I think we have like an inflated sense of untouchability when we do these things. However, I'm going to share one anecdote with you, which will just prove that you should be very careful about what you wish for or about who you engage with online. So a friend of mine one time tweeted about how Andy McDowell of Groundhog Day semi-fame has a large forehead. That was it. She tweeted about how Andy McDowell has a large forehead, which, objectively speaking, I'm not a forehead expert, but it seems quite large. And Andy McDowell tweeted back to her. Like, this random school friend of me got tweeted back at by, like, Andy McDowell clapped back. And, was like, you're like a toxic little sad girl. So, I'm just waiting. I'll probably get an invite on his show now. Dr. Phil will probably invite me on his show and be like, I think we have some issues that we need to talk about. He'll say, I feel I need to pull you through the other side of the knothole and say, this is the other side of the fence. Yeah, Fury, I think you're right. I feel like the fact that she took the time to reply means she has bigger problems than a large forehead. Her real insecurities are larger than her forehead. Watch her show up in the chat now. Andy McDowell will be here and say, you know what, you're a toxic, poisonous boy. I hope you're happy with your sad little life. It's like, sorry, Andy McDowell, but the response to the apt response to being cyberbullied isn't to cyberbully the teenage girl back. That's not the right response. Can anybody get some eyes on whether Dr. Phil has responded to me throwing down the gauntlet? He'll probably just block me. There's this one amazing, like, I think it must be a Vine. It's like a little clip video anyway, which is absolutely hilarious. And it is of somebody filming their television with a camcorder, and they're filming Dr. Phil. And in this short video clip of them camcorder LPing Dr. Phil's show on TV, he like takes off his jacket, like all like smooth and suave and sexy, like he takes off his jacket and like throws it over his shoulder, and the girls that are filming him just start screaming like he's the sexiest man alive. Like they like it's just so funny to watch. It's just like a video of Dr. Phil like standing up and throwing his jacket over his shoulder, and then you just hear these girls freaking out going like, oh my god, ah! like he's George Clooney or something. It's hilarious. It is so funny. I don't think he saw it yet. We need to get some retweets on it. We need to get some retweets on that Dr. Phil tweet. Get it some more traction. Thanks, Amanda. I start every race in first place. I don't know what goes wrong. King Boo. It's the old skills are coming back. It's just like riding a bike, which I also can't do. Whoa, 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 whoa. Any other celebrities I can goad on Twitter? I feel like Dr. Phil is my is in my sights now, but the reason I can't ride a bike is because where I grew up is just 100% hills and valleys, and I was just like, I cannot work under these conditions. Like, where I grew up was just like one of the like, it was just impossible. It's like, you can't expect somebody to learn how to cycle in this sort of environment. So I just refused to learn how to cycle. And look at me now. The other reason why I don't think it's worth my while learning how to cycle is because if you cycle in Ireland, you might as well just like take out the life insurance policy now. Like, your training wheels broke off like a Looney Tunes video. So what I'm actually envisaging now, Austin, is like a Looney Tunes video where the bike just slowly starts falling apart until you're just like on a unicycle, like there's just one wheel left and you're unicycling. There's some cartoon where that happens. I don't know which one it is. You taught yourself to cycle, Amanda? That's impressive. As in, you just saw the bicycle and knew what to do with it straight away? Fury was bullied into learning? Hey, we get bullied into a lot of things in life, right? Okay, so that's tough love, Austin. The training wheels broke, and your parents were like, either you learn to cycle without them, or you don't learn to cycle at all. Maybe they need to go on the Dr. Phil house. I feel like you haven't really 100% worked through this whole training wheels debacle. Well, the joke was on them. Because then you were just like, alright, I won't learn how to cycle, just drive me everywhere. Ha! So who's the real winner at the end of the day, right? Well, I guess we're back to the old finishing in 8th place. Don't cry, just win is the new life strategy. I'm going to follow in Gwyneth Paltrow's footsteps and become a life coach, or like whatever she's called nowadays, a succubus. So I think we've got enough time for one more game. So what I'm going to propose is that I go to the bathroom and you decide what game you want to see while I'm at the bathroom for 5 minutes and getting more whiskey. How does that sound? I'm glad you agree. By the way, this is like the perfect intermission music. I didn't even plan it, but this is like the perfect intermission music.